there's one. There's two. Gonna have to tie these together, but still should be good. So now I just got to tie all these together, and I should have a line that's thin enough for fishing. I don't know anything about knots, so I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to tie these. I'm probably going to need to find a branch or something to wind it around too, since I don't, it'd be nice to have a fishing reel. Well, that didn't work out. Freaking bugs. There are a lot less bugs down by the beach, but there we go. I just cut off the slack. Just cut off the slack now, should be good. Put the knife on my sandal so it doesn't get sandy. Oh yeah. So each of these pieces is about 5 feet long. So I probably need to tie at least 6 together, I'm guessing. So I got 3 tied together so far, and it's about 12 feet, I want to say. Right over left, left over right. I wish I knew how to tie a proper knot. But these seem pretty strong. I'm pulling them before I make the final cut. And I definitely don't think that they're going to come loose. So they should be good. Pull it tight. Cut the slack. And I also tied this one end to a little, it's like a root on a tree. So that way, if I'm not holding onto the line, then the fish isn't going to pull it in. And also, it's going to help it from not getting tangled up. So here's my line right here. I tied one of it to this little root from the tree, and it kept it from not getting tangled. Now let me step back so you guys can see. So that should be plenty long enough. I think the deepest part is basically right in the middle, so I think I'm going to stand right on there. But before I do that, I need a sinker, because even if I make a hook, which that's going to be the most difficult thing, whenever I make the hook and put like a worm or a bug on it, there's not going to be enough weight to throw it out real deep. So I need a sinker, something to tie it on, like a rock or some weight, so I can throw it out more than like a foot. And then I need to whittle a hook, and that's going to be difficult. So I'm trying to find something that I can make a hook out of. I want it alive. I want to find a branch that's alive so it doesn't crack. Something big enough, because that might be good. Nah, it has to my knots. Something like this right here. One of these two. See, that's alive, so I don't want something dead, because if I have something dead, then as soon as I cut it, it's going to snap. So one of these should be good. So let me go ahead and break these off and try to make a hook out of them. So let's see how this works. I try to make a hook out of this little crevice right here. Gotta be careful not to break it. It's definitely strong enough where it could hold a fish. So there's the start. I just gotta take this piece off. And I know that if there are fish in here, which I didn't even see any so far, then they're probably not going to be that big. So I need to make the hook small enough where the fish aren't going to be afraid to bite it. To start. And this, I need this to be really sharp. So there it is, the final fishing hook. I would like for it to be a little bit smaller, but if I make it any smaller, then I think it's going to be weak. And this hook is actually really strong now. There's no way a fish would ever break this unless it's just huge. And it's nice and sharp. And I also made a little notch in the hook right where my finger is right here, so I could tie the rope on, and it's right below the knot in the wood, so the rope's not going to come loose. So there you have it. Now let me go find some bait and see if it works.